Hi everybody, Laura here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to join my crafty friend Michelle for her Case Me a Christmas Card series. And this is Michelle's beautiful card that I'm going to be casing today. I love the wreath. Of course, hers was made several months ago, so it's very fall themed. I'm going to be doing a Christmas one since it's Case Me a Christmas Card. So I'll be using greens and reds. Using the Boughs and Holly Stencil Pack by Concord 9th. Recently, the latest issue of Scrapbook and Cards Today, I have a card in it using the same stencil pack, but I use pinks and purples to make a Valentine love-themed wreath. And so you could really customize using different colors with this Boughs and Holly. Definitely doing Christmas today. If I wanted to make it more like Michelle, hers was very fall and autumn. I could use oranges and browns. You get the idea. This stencil is good all year round, is what I'm trying to say. That's the bottom line. Okay, so I started off with a layer of light green. I used LIMELICIOUS. These are Positively Saturated Inks by Simon Says Stamp. And then I rotated the stencil, and now I'm using a darker shade of green, which is PEARFECTION. And just going to town. Now, one thing that I do like to do, it's totally optional, but I like to give it a little gradient love. So I pulled out Field, which is just a smidge darker, and I use a more smaller detail brush. And I just go a little bit here and there. Not all of it, just a little detail, or what I like to call gradient love. And it really does just give it that little something something. I don't know, but when I lift it up, you'll see. I love it, the gradient. Now, I felt like I didn't do any gradient on the first layer. So I didn't add any more ink to my brush. I'm just using what's left over, being very careful not to blend too much. Just a little dabble do on that LIMELICIOUS layer. And just gives it that dreamy feel. Okay, so here's stencil number 2. I'm not sure if they're numbered, but these are kind of the branches or what have you. But I'm using Evergreen. This is a very dark green by Concord 9th. And I'm also using the Concord 9th blender brushes for this one. This turns out great. Now, you could probably blend that in brown if you wanted to do brown, but I'm just kind of keeping it green. And then now this one, you can see when I rotate it, it's the same. So, one and done on that. Now for the berries, this is one of those that can be rotated. So first I do a layer with blush, and that gives a light kind of blush berry. And then I'll rotate it and do a dark, vibrant red berry. This is really, really easy and fun. So if you're needing a fun card for are you still making holiday cards is the question. Because I got to tell you, I'm still making them. You listen, I procrastinate at a professional level. So this is when I do my best work. Do I have a lot of holiday cards made? Yes, I've been making them for months. But when it gets down to the crunch time of the holidays, I like to that's when I do my best work, under pressure. I tell my girls that all the time, like, I can't work ahead because the good ideas come at the last minute. That's how I feel. I don't know. Are you like that? But look at how this turned out. It's gorgeous. Now, not that I needed to do it because Michelle's card was just a wreath. But this Boughs and Holly stencil pack has another set of stencils in it. And I just wanted to try it. I haven't actually used this one yet. It's not a wreath. It's a different kind of composition. But I'm using the same colors, same idea. You got LIMELICIOUS. You got a little Field. You got a little gradient love. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so here's the next question. Are you making Christmas cookies? You know what I want to try? I've been watching Kathy Zilski. Every year she does the old royal icing. You know, the cutout sugar cookies with the royal icing. Have you ever made those? I have never tried it, but we really want to try it. But I think I got to buy the right tools. The little mini piping bags and the little, what do you need, like the gel food coloring and all the things. You know, you got to have all the things. It's like opening a can of worms. You know what I mean? But me and my daughters, we really want to try doing it. What else can I tell you? I haven't started wrapping yet. Have you started? Again, I do my best work at the last minute. You know? Okay, I'm almost done with all my shopping. This was the first year I created a spreadsheet because my mom needed a little help too. So I had to and I also have 3 birthdays in December. So I got a spreadsheet trying to keep it even, trying to make sure I got what I got. You know, I got lists in every pocket. That's how December goes. So we're adding berries here. And what else can I say? We're having a very mild December here in Illinois, but I'll take it. I like it because I got to get up in the morning and walk Hank, and I walk him at night, and I kind of like the mild temperatures. Although I will say it doesn't feel super Christmassy, but it's good for walking the dog. So there you have that second stencil pack. Gives you a little different layout. I'm not going too fancy. Now listen, you know how I always say, dimension is life. Well, you guess what I found out? Sometimes dimension can be a kick in the tush when you're trying to mail something. Because I went to the post office the other day. I wanted to mail a card overseas. And you know how they try to stick it through this little thing to see how thick it is? Well, it was too thick. So it was going to cost me like $15 to send a card because I put on too much dimension is what I did. So I thought, you know what, I'm not mailing. I'm going to go home and I'm going to flatten that puppy out. So here I just put that panel on with tape runner. I didn't pop it up. Even though I'd like to pop everything up under the sun. I really do. I love to pop things up. But sometimes when you're mailing it, and you know what I'm talking about, you got to rein that in. You know, or the postage just gets out of hand. Okay, so I added a matte gold die cut. This is also the Boughs and Holly coordinating die set. And I'm doing a different one for this second card. I do a mixture of matte gold and a little bit of glitter. And then I also added a few of these little, while I was blabbing away, little enamel dots that I pulled out of my drawer. I'm not sure if they're Concord 9th or Hero Arts, but I'll find them and link them. And it's kind of fun just to put a few over a few of the berries. Okay, so we have the matte gold. I'm gluing that on top of the clear white glitter backer shadow. Another controversial topic. Do you adhere I think they're called counters, the innards, like to the O and to the B. We talked about this in another video, and I felt like the overwhelming response was that people like it better when the innard is in it. Now, I can go either way. Like, I'm not picky, you know. The only thing I'm picky about is I like a lot of ice in my Coke, and I like my fries to be crispy and salty. But when it comes to innards on the letters, I really can go either way. So this one's fun here, popping this up. It's the only thing dimensional, just those sentiments. So it's not going to be too wild and crazy if you try to mail it. Few little enamel dots. Another thing about the enamel dots is they're kind of flat. They're not too high. Another great tip when you're mailing it. So there you have these 2 fun cards featuring the Boughs and Holly stencil pack. And make sure and check out Michelle's Case Me a Christmas Card series. And she has some fabulous guest designers. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.